Positively Muskegon, Andy O'Reilly, Christine Robert is here, and as you can see behind us, we're at the United Way. Kind of a subtle hint back there.
Absolutely. Yeah, we're ready to go.
It's been a while since we've been down to the United Way.
Yeah.
I know you guys are tirelessly working on, I mean, you name it. But there's got to be a busy summer coming up. I heard something about 1,000 kids.
Oh, yeah.
Over here?
Oh, yeah.
What's,
Well, we've got, in April, we have our youth project.
That's right.
That's going on. It's 8th grade students from throughout the county.
1,000 of them.
Yeah, 1,000.
Christine's kind of freaking out. I think it's funny.
She is having a blast.
Christine is having a great time with that.
Yeah, so there's always a lot of things going on. We're lucky to have the volunteers we have in our community, and we certainly want to inspire that in our youth.
It's important too. I mean, especially, we talked last year, we had the kids in from out of town that were helping out around town to United Way. Another thing that we've talked about in the past too is the ALICE program.
Right.
That you guys are the asset limited work. It's basically the definition of the working poor.
Right. Asset limited, income constrained, employed.
Employed.
ALICE.
The people that are kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place because they want a job, they can't necessarily afford childcare. It's just it's a big swirling thing, and it's still one of the focuses of United Way.
Right. 4 in 10 families in our community.
Isn't that something?
Are struggling to make ends meet, and so they're working. They're just not.
Getting ahead.
Not getting ahead. They're living on a survival budget or less, or in poverty. And so it takes, for years, all of our agencies trying to help put the Band-Aids on and help people sustain. So a couple of years ago, the United Way board said, how do we get on the front end of this, and how do we remove these barriers and really focus our attention on where we can do the most good?
Which is kind of what we're here to talk about today, and that's reading, because reading is key to everything.
Right.
I'm now just getting the first taste of watching somebody read for the first time. My grandson.
Oh, your grandson.
Yeah, so I'm watching this kid, and he's picking out words, and he's guessing here and there and all that other kind of stuff.
Yep.
But a lot of kids don't have this opportunity to read, which is going to take them all the way through their lives.
Right.
Talk about the ages that these kids, this is called Be a Lucky Charm for Kids.
Right.
And it's a way people can get involved to help people read.
Right. So one of the things that we've been doing is, so with the ALICE program, we really want to not only help remove the barriers for ALICE families.
Sure.
We want to work on the front end.
You got to change the way things have been done, and if it's a matter of getting to kids early on and getting the education, that's the first step.
Well, and I think when I think back of being a parent myself, I had 3 boys, and 2 of them had no problems with reading, and the third one struggled. And I even, I'm educated. I even have a bachelor's degree and master's degree, but I didn't know how to work with that child.
Yeah.
And so we really want to not only instill a love of reading, and that's what the Dolly Parton Imagination Library does.
Okay.
And so we also wanted to have tutors that work with preschoolers to really help moms and dads, help the kids get ready for school, help our schools so that the kids that are arriving there are ready to go. So we all succeed.
Yep.
When we have fewer kids in special ed, because they're ready to go. They don't start dropping out. You aren't ready and proficient at reading by 3rd grade, you can't learn.
Isn't that something? And it's so scary to think that this generation after generation gets to the point, and they're like, well, we can't read, so forget it.
Well, and I think it's just, there really are no jobs any longer that don't, we've got so much electronics and robotics and everything we do, you have to be literate to be able to read, to learn this information. So that we have had, Muskegon was the pilot of the preschool program a year ago at Orchardview School.
Okay.
Last year, 170 kids were in this AmeriCorps tutor reading corps program. And this week is National AmeriCorps Week, so shout out to the AmeriCorps Vistas that around the state that are in this program helping. But last year we had 170 preschoolers, and they moved from 10% proficiency in letter naming to 70%. By kindergarten we want them to be at 100%, right? As close to that as possible. So that was just a huge step. So this year we have 19 tutors working in Muskegon County with 500 kids. And so we're really hoping that with this programming, and then we want to get more kids in. We want to really have this experience throughout our preschool experience because of the results we're seeing. This is an evidence-based program that we learned about from Minnesota and brought to Michigan.
Okay.
Hope Network is the agency that's delivering this program for us. We're a funder, but we're also a lead champion and cheerleader for it. Because
funny how that works.
Yeah, again, so that spend, penny wise, pound foolish. This
Sure.
is one of those examples where we could really, for a small investment, we save big time over time.
Well, I mean, and it is a lot, because just thinking, if you could just get one generation,
Yeah.
that starting block that they need to start to change things when it comes to reading and all that stuff, it's a huge, huge deal.
Let me tell you just a quick story.
Oh, story time.
Story time. We had, one of our AmeriCorps tutors was here last month visiting with me. So she actually works in the classroom, and she has 3 children of her own. So AmeriCorps workers are like a Peace Corps worker. They receive a stipend and health care and daycare support and in exchange for their service throughout the year and volunteerism. So she's working with the kids in our Orchard View program last year, and she has kids of her own, like I said. So she learned through this process, this curriculum, how to work with her kids.
No kidding.
This year, her kids, the teacher's saying, your kids are at the top of the class in reading, and they were just so impressed. And so to her, she not only did a year of service that helped our kids,
Sure.
But she was able to help her own children.
Get over a little roadblock
As a
with her own
parent,
kids.
know
Sure.
how to do, because where do you learn this stuff,
There's
right?
no book.
Where do you learn
There's
this
no
stuff?
book on parenting.
Yeah, that's the key thing. I think
Sure.
all parents want to be their child's best
Yeah.
teacher, but we need help to do that. So it was just great to see that. The other thing that it brought out is for her to go to work and pay childcare for 3 kids, she wouldn't earn anything.
Yeah.
And so for her to do a year of service or 2 years of service allows her to have, again, some childcare support,
Sure.
a stipend of funds, and in order to get by, and healthcare in order to do this. So this is just a win-win all the way around.
It's awesome. And I understand Nichols Paper has got a big role
Right.
in all this.
Yep.
Talk about Nichols.
So Nichols actually helped us start the reading tutor program. There were a couple of larger donors that I approached. I said, okay, we've got this new idea. We really want to champion it in Muskegon. Would you help us? Because we didn't have any new dollars. So they got on the ground floor when we brought this programming here, first in K through 3, and then moved it down to preschool. And so I approached them. I said, I'm getting schools clamoring for this, preschools that want this programming. And we also have the huge issue with improving the quality and the availability of childcare.
Yeah.
So we really want to create a pool of funds that would support our Dolly Parton Imagination Library, the tutoring program, and daycare.
Okay.
And those 3 pieces, and get those so that they're all focused on school readiness outcomes. And so they said, what if we do a match? So our thought for the month of March, we're rolling out, so you can be a lucky charm for kids. And to do that, you just have to, if you text, you can text Lucky Charm to 40403 and make a gift, whether it's $10 or $100, wherever you want to weigh in, then Nichols will match that.
That's nice.
So that is through the month of March, we're doing that. So I really hope to hit that 25,000, so we'll get the matching 25,000.
And I want to throw this in there too. When people start hearing donations and they start hearing these matching funds and all that kind of stuff, the average guy on the street might feel a little intimidated, but it doesn't have to be a check for $500. It doesn't
Absolutely.
have to be, look at my big giant company here waving the. It's not the way it is. Every $5, every $10 will help.
Yeah.
And it'll get doubled.
And it gets doubled. So that makes it even, and you can go to our website, unitedwaylakeshore.org/luckycharm, and that'll take you right into a portal to make a gift to.
Make a gift.
So you can make a gift, or you could stop by our office or send it in the mail.
Perfect.
United Way Lakeshore of the Lakeshore is at 31 East Clay in downtown Muskegon. Any way you want to get a hold of us, we would appreciate your help with this. This is, again, something that we now have over 1,000 kids in our community enrolled in Dolly. And that's books that come to their home. And so you imagine the look on a child's face. Go into the mailbox, and the letter carrier has left him or her a book.
Yeah.
Every month. And our early literacy parent support coaches go out and talk with the families, help them get enrolled in the programming, and then also help them each month, just talk to them about the comprehensive skills and how to work with the child. So it's just a way for us to really change how we feel about education in the community, get on the front end, so that we, United Way's goal is to lift 10,000 more working families to meet their basic needs.
And having readers?
Having readers will mean that they'll be able to take the jobs of tomorrow. We have
Awesome.
companies clamoring for employees right now.
Yeah.
And we need them to be ready.
And quality
to work.
employees, employable.
Ready for school.
Sure.
Ready for work. We'll all have a much stronger economy.
Love it. Christine Robert, the United Way. We'll put all the links right here on Positively Muskegon. $5, $10, whatever you can do. Help out and let Nichols double that gift for you to help kids read. So important. Christine,
Thanks.
the work you continue to do, so important, and we're always here if you need us.
Yeah.
Holler, we'll help you
Well,
get the word
thank
out.
you so much for just being always there for us.
Oh, see, I
Yep.
got the
Yep.
handshaking
Yep.
this
Okay.
time. All the links right here, Positively Muskegon.